What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing? What's going on, guys? Ooh, some alerts are going off. Ooh, I think it's drip. What's going on right here? So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Hope you guys are all having an amazing morning. What's going on, everyone? Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, did you guys get all those alerts? So an alert for UAN just went off above 1320 right now. It's around 1321. As of 1324 the last time I checked, showing some consolidation. Volume is still pretty low. So yeah, I would like to see, let's see if it experiences a pullback. Set this up right here. I like that uptrend pattern that it's been forming, so let's follow up with that. Drip is killing it. Is that what? Yep, drip went above. There it goes. Although /CL, if I'm not mistaken, did push up. This thing just ended up getting rejected right away. So drip right now showing a little bit of it being a little bit on the overextended side. If I'm not mistaken, we could do like a 10-day analysis, and that should be a resistance right around, at least it was last time. Yeah, there we go. The SMA line acting as a resistance right around 830, so 834 to be exact, but 830. And let's see if there's a better, yeah, there we go. So last time when it was trying to push up, ended up getting rejected by this SMA indicator. So what I'm going to do is that's right around that 850 price point. Let's go ahead and move this up. So, okay, Google, play today's top 50. Whoa. What's up? What's up? Let's see. Yeah, let me do drip. Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Yep, so drip definitely ended up doing very well with the little morning rush that it had. Why does it keep doing that? I keep pressing that button. So right now we have a break above 830. Can we experience a pullback? There we go. Rejection at around 830. There's a nice little push that it experienced. Again, same resistance as of yesterday. 2820 is now showing signs of a descending pattern. Looking at the overall 20-day analysis, still kind of making like lower lows as well. If I'm not mistaken, JNUG ended up showing signs of a descending pattern. JDST showing signs of an uptrend pattern, just like we expected. Or like we called out yesterday. If you guys, it was actually pretty late. It was about 12 or 1 o'clock at night. I actually went live on YouTube, and that was actually kind of fun. But my goodness, this needs to stop. All right, there we go. So showing signs of a reversal pattern, showing signs of an uptrend pattern, and showing the potential to actually start gapping up, just like we called out. Definitely showing signs of an uptrend. Now looking at it at the 1-day, 1-minute chart, we can see that it's right around pre-market highs. So I would kind of wait out for that. I would wait for there to be a break of pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert to see if it actually can make higher highs, or if it ends up getting rejected and then it comes back closer to the SMA line. So what I'm going to do also is I'm going to set an alert if once it gets closer to the bottom view up. So just alerts, alerts, alerts. There we go. Definitely. Dang, it pulled back pretty aggressively and I wasn't able to get in. It's going up. Can we make higher highs? So let's go ahead and get this ready. So all right, let's see. Let's do like, yeah, 3,000 shares. I'm gonna make this at 810 and I'm just gonna drop it. I'm gonna bring it up. Okay. So just in case it starts to pop, and I want to see this. There we go. Just broke above. Come on. There we go. see. Nope, did not get filled. Wow. Sorry guys, again I do have a runny nose, so I do apologize if I grossed some of you guys out. What was this limit order set at? 29. There's let's see, there we go. Pull back. Okay. Perfect. I can turn back on level 2. There we go. Slight little pullback. USLV still showing signs of a downward pattern. Again, there's a lot of consolidation happening at around $10. I kept talking about that not being a good sign. That's why I ended up covering my profits on that one. And it looks like it ended up getting rejected, and it's now showing signs of a potential downward pattern. So looking at this, yep, showing signs of a reversal, a potential reversal. So that's why it's so important when you see some form of consolidation. And either if you're up or even if you're down, it's very important to keep a very close eye out on that. Let's see. All right, there you go. What's my average at? 829. That was not even any good. All right. So DES starting to show a little bit of a downward pattern. This one's trying to show signs of an upward pattern. I have my alert set here. That's right around that middle VWAP. So if this thing starts to trend up intraday, then I'm gonna get alerted. Yes, I'm gonna miss out on some margin, just because I'm gonna wait for the actual reversal at around $56. But again, it has the range from $56 to 60, which is about 7% potential for profit. Asking the question, Ricky, why is it that you see value in UGAS? Looking at the pattern for /NG, just explaining to you guys my thought process and what it is that I see. Do you see this SMA line? I see the SMA line acting as a support. You see all this consolidation. I feel like it's going to be, I see a potential for this thing to bounce right around the SMA line and then start to curve back up and then get rejected at around 2.80. And that's the pattern I'm going based off of. And if it ends up confirming and validating and holding above this EMA line, then that's confirming the uptrend pattern. And if this thing goes up, then so does natural gas. So does UGAS. At least there's that correlation between those. So yeah, so then that means that's why I would see signs of a potential downward pattern here, potential reversal for something like DES, and for this thing to come down to $26, and then for UGAS to be able to push up. So that's why when I actually got a couple direct messages yesterday. They're like, hey Ricky, what is it that you are looking at for potentially tomorrow? It was DRIP, it was JDST, and then it was UGAS. So those were the three ones that I was seeing value in for a potential reversal. Doesn't mean that they are all swing trades. It just means that they were all showing signs of a potential reversal. Obviously, some are actively trending up above the EMA on the 4-hour chart, and some are not, right? So I don't think that, DRIP and, right, so DRIP still is not. And if it is, I still would not swing trade this one. Again, it's been showing signs of a very strong descending pattern. The only one that's really showing signs of a consistent uptrend pattern or potential reversal would be something like JDST. Even UGAS is still actively trending down, so just something to take into consideration. I don't know if I have UGAS here, so here you go. Okay, Google, volume 1. Yeah, that was not any lower. Yeah, there's actually a lot of consolidation that's happening right around this $831 price point. I'm not actually liking it. The MACD indicator is starting to pull back. We can see signs of building a support. It's building kind of like this bull flag pattern. Resistance at around 8.30, and it's now validating the EMA line as a support. So there might be a potential pullback, and then there will be a downward pattern. and that's not something that I really want to be a part of. But also we can see that /CL is trying to still get rejected. It's making higher lows though. Do you guys see that? But oh, there we go. Drip. Okay, there we go. So Drip just broke above $31. So that's good. Where are we at? Okay, about $200. Let's see. We'll have to follow up with that in just a bit. How are you guys doing? Are we doing all good? So, Ricky, I'm in the mood to roast right now. I can't believe I fell asleep last night. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. Yeah, we had a little roast fest yesterday. We had a funny guy. CRSP, huge sell-off. Actually, I have that one in my watch list, if I'm not mistaken, right here. Huge sell-off, just like you said. Why? Again, we called out the earnings, and that's why it was so important to wait for the earnings to come out, right? And for all those that always ask, again, Ricky Wise, again, I have a video talking about why in the course, why I don't hold their earnings. This is a perfect example. Something that was actively trending up, something that was not even overbought. Obviously, didn't hit its earnings. It's a negative catalyst for the overall price itself, right? And then there's a break of pattern. So now, if you were in for a potential swing trade, that was why it's so important to cover profits and stuff like that. So just wanted to. All right, so $400 so far today. There you go. Nice, nice. I'm trying to look for some potential resistance, something that I'm not seeing. Potential resistance was that EMA line, SMA line. Nope. Right here. Potential resistance right around 850. So right now I'm up $516 on the day. We could see this thing pushing up, and again, why is it that I might see a resistance here? Well, just based on previous patterns, it has rejected or been rejected by this SMA indicator. It doesn't mean 100% that it's going to, it just means that there is a possibility. And is that possibility high? Well, that's something that we'll have to follow up with. And I don't mind covering profits at that specific price point. So what I'll do is, again, I want to be very conservative. I don't care to, let's see. So it was 3,000 shares. 3,000 shares with a limit. My nose is bleeding again. Not bleeding, but I'm sorry, runny. $3,000 with drip. Oh shoot, not a buy. This is a sell. My goodness, that would have been bad. We could see with level 2 there's a slight resistance right around 8. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's look at the 20-day chart. Slight pullback again. Do you see how it almost perfectly touched it and then ended up getting rejected? Again, it doesn't mean 100% that it's going to get rejected. It just means that it potentially can. So I could always get back in, right, if I want to be conservative, right? All right, there we go. And looks like it's hitting a slight resistance at around 846. Yep, 846. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to hit 846 again one more time. Here we go. So it's at 847, and I'm just going to send it. So sell. Let's do it, guys. There we go. Filled. $639 profit in about, what was that, 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So that was pretty nice. But again, I'm waiting for a slight reversal. There we go. I'm trying to be conservative. I could always get back in, right? There we go. Getting rejected. How are we looking? 100%. Limit sell at 850. Yeah, totally get the 850 resistance. Just again, I feel like with the 850, we're going for that exact number, which it definitely can hit. And it looks like it ended up hitting the highs of like 848 last time, or right now, and it ended up, yeah, I just didn't want to risk it. So I saw some consolidation at that price point. Let's see what happens here. All right, so we got Diaz again, still trying to push up. JDST is freaking killing it. So JDST ended up hitting highs of 50. I want to see if it pulls back closer to this. What's this range? No, that's not even enough. Let's see if it still pulls back. So I got /GC. Wow, that thing is rejected. Oh man, guys, I'm gonna have to sneeze. My goodness, guys, I have allergies. That's not something that I normally have. Like, Arizona is changing me, or maybe it's the sleep. I'm running on 2.5 hours of sleep. That's pretty beast, right? Let's see. Bang, bang. What happened to the money dance? I know, we need to start doing the money dance. Up 3% on the day. Boom, boom, boom. What's up? What's up? What's your stop loss on drip? So I didn't have a stop loss. I was actually, I was trading based on the pattern. So, I mean, it would have been like if there was a, what's it called? Like for this thing. That's why I was watching it very closely when it was at 8:30 to see if it start to pull back. But if it ended up breaking below the middle VWAP, then I probably would have cut losses at that price point. So right now it's experiencing a pullback. Let's look at /CL. And it /CL is trying to show signs of an uptrend. I want to see if it ends up getting rejected. So this one's going to start pushing up. We'll see that drip starts to push down. There we go. So let's see if we end up catching a bounce here. I think this would be very nice to see. Again, it's at the EMA line. It could bounce here, even if it ends up recovering to that same price point. That's about 1.82%. There we go. So let's do this. Let's see if we can get back in this. So buy. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller position, so 2,000 shares. Let's give it 1 second. Let's just make sure. I'm gonna see if we can break back above 840, as that might be a resistance. So I wouldn't even mind buying at 841, but I need it to bounce and start trending up and then start breaking resistance levels. So nope, continues to sell off. Do you guys get why I'm not just waiting for the bounce off the EMA line, and why I'm waiting for the bounce and again signs of an uptrend pattern? So what's a healthy sign of something actively trending up? Breaking resistance levels, right? Making higher highs. So right now it's trying to bounce. That's great. Yes, I can try to get in at around 833, 834. That's great and all, but I also run the risk of trying to get in at that price point, trying to get in at a low price point, and then for it to continue to decay, right? To continue to fall and potentially drop to 825, right? Or drop all the way down to $8, when I could just wait for a bounce, wait for a break of resistance, and then there will be more of an upward upward pattern or something like that with that. So let's see. UAN with that slight pullback. Yeah, a lot of consolidation there. Still no break above $56. JDST trying to bounce right around that EMA line, so it's doing a pretty good job with that. So as long as it continues doing that, then nothing wrong with that. There we go, still showing signs of a downward pattern. Ricky with a quick sniper on drip. What does that mean? I like it. I like it. Appreciate that. So the VWAP. So if you're trying to get something similar to the VWAP indicator on the 180-day chart, that would be called like the Bollinger Band. So I would look a little bit more into that. So it's that AZ dust. I agree. You need that neck pillow. I agree, 100%. Fast food and sleep deprivation. I know. I had In-N-Out at like 1 in the morning last night. I know at 2 in the morning last night, and I didn't fall asleep till I think 4 o'clock. I don't know. I know I'm running on 2.5 hours, 2 hours of sleep, but I'll take a 30-minute nap later, so it's okay. Okay. We might get a bounce off the middle of the arc. Guys, give me 1 second again. I really do apologize. I need to blow my nose one more time. And this one will be a good one, so I don't have to keep doing it. Oh, there we go. Hold up. Drip. Don't judge me and my nose blowing, please. Drip may bounce off the bottom view up. Yep, there we go. So it looks like it actually ended up bouncing off the middle view up. That's pretty attractive, right? That's great. I mean, that's something that we're talking about that might happen. But again, it's always important to not just wait for it to potentially happen, but actually wait for the confirmation. So that's showing that rejection once again. There's that nice little push up. Let's take a little bit of a step back for CL. Yeah, this is just the beginning of the reversal. So CL still has a lot of margin to go off. Shoot. I like this. Yep, it still has even a little bit more range even on the 10-day chart. And right here, it's showing signs of why it might reverse here. What price point did I get in on Drip, my original entry? It had to be around this price point. So again, that EMA line is still pointing down. So I don't want to get in now. I want to get in when it starts to point up. So again, consolidation at around 830. I just have to be patient. Let's keep a close eye out on these MACD bars. And also, yep, there it's still showing signs of a. Oh, I got in at 829. I remember. SPSIOP is more accurate. That follows discussion. Drip, yes, but it's not a future. Yep. Yeah, but do you think JNUG would be a good buy then? Why, Kenny, can I ask you, why is it that you're still talking about JNUG? I'm asking you genuinely, because I think I know why. Why are you still talking about JNUG when it's actively trending down right now, when it's showing signs of a rejection? So do I think that JNUG would be a good buy at around 1303? Are you currently in JNUG? Are you currently down on JNUG? Is that what it is, or? Dang, rejection. And that's why we didn't get in. Still showing signs of a downward pattern. No, I am not in it. Okay, so why would, I mean, I'm asking you this. Why would you not focus right now on something like JDST that's actively trending up rather than JNUG that is actively trending down? Like what is the, do you like JNUG better? Do you understand that one, the patterns a little bit more? Do you have a higher success rate with that, or do you just not like JDST? Or are you currently in JDST and trying to cover profits? Drip just dropped below the middle line. Yep. Here we go. Yep, just dropped below the middle VWAP. So I have my alert set for the break below that, and I'm also going to set for the alert break below 810. So showing some consolidation for DGAS, but again, making lower highs. I like that. That's in favor of UGAS. And you see these higher highs in this consolidation and this potential break above $56. That is going to be where it's at. Let's see. Someone called out ticker symbol X. Yeah, trying to show signs of a potential reversal. Let's see how it's showing. Yep, definitely showing signs of a potential recovery. I mean, showing a pretty healthy pattern, holding above the EMA and stuff like that. Potential for making higher highs. Definitely see value in that. Let's start going down the list. Do you see Ford right now? Very quickly, Ford is showing more signs of a potential reversal pattern, right? Curling pattern. I'm not too interested in Ford right now. Something like JNUG. Again, JNUG showing signs of this like curling pattern, but again, it might catch close to or near to this support. You know, something to look out for. Something like SQ. SQ is looking very overextended and very overbought. Not a good deal. I'm actually going to, because of where it's at right now, I don't care for it, so I'm going to remove it off my watch list. Drip was more of a day trade, right, and a potential short-term swing trade if it actually starts to hold above, you know, the specific price point. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a bit. USLV, unfortunately, had a pretty decent rejection and a pullback. What I'm going to do is, just so I can get the confirmation, is this is the middle VWAP. It's at like 879 or 979 to be exact. So what I'll do is I'll set my alert when it breaks at or above that specific price point, just so I know when it's trading. But unfortunately, it's going to be DSLV, the one that's actively trading up right now. So where's DSLV? It just has very low volume for DSLV. So, but this is the one that's actively trading up as of now, which is the inverse of USLV. There we go. So I want to keep this one on my watch list. I don't want to just let one bad day, especially due to its earnings, end up completely disregarding the potential there. But yeah, so, oh, that's nice. TMS pushed up to almost highs of about, what was that, 57.40 today, and then got rejected. So how's that looking? Let's set our alerts. There you go. Gush at middle VWAP, so is Drip at middle VWAP. Is it going to get rejected? So is Gush going to get rejected, or is this thing going to start pushing up? So that's something that we'll have to follow up with and see which one is going to cover that 2 to 3% margin today. Right? So right now, this one's showing signs of a potential downward pattern, which means then that Gush would start to actively trend up. And yeah, that's what looks like it's trying to do. Again, I mean, I wanted Drip to start to recover as well. Trust me. I definitely wanted it. But this makes sense. Again, this is the same analysis that I saw on Drip on the 20-day chart on why it might catch here. And you can see that during pre-market hours, that's almost exactly where it bounced at. So on the 1 day, 1 minute chart, I'm going to make sure that it starts to actively trend up. And we'll see if it breaks above, what is that, 32.85. All right. JDST trying to maybe bounce at around the middle VWAP. So let's see that. Let's look at this at the 20-day chart. Definitely showing signs on why it might get rejected at that price point. UAN with a nice little push up. I set my alerts. I think you'd be better by around the 310, 305 price point. Well, this is something that I didn't see. So PTN showing signs of an uptrend pattern, but if we go on that 20-day chart, we could see why it's been rejected sometimes, and this has acted as a support, so we can see why it might get rejected, and that's why we might want to wait until the break above 125. So that's actually where I have set my alert set. Looking at it a little bit closer, 5-day, 5-minute chart, 5-day, 15-minute chart, 1-day, 1-minute chart, very low volume. I actually don't, yeah, I just, I don't know. I don't feel too comfortable trading something like this as of right now. Is it going to get rejected? Do you guys see this? This is horrible to see. I want drip to push up, but again, it's not what I want. It just continues to get rejected, guys. And if we get the break below 820 on this, that's where my alert is set. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a gush day. So it was a drip morning with that nice little push, but it might be a gush day, and yeah. So let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Nice little push up. What do you guys have to say? There we go. Trump is to announce the Iran deal today. I'm hesitant to about. Yep. So that is actually a. So am I pronouncing your name correctly? So is it Juan? For you to be hesitant to jump into something like drip or gush due to that deal, 100%. 100%. If you know of certain news that can act as a negative catalyst or just a catalyst within itself, and you don't know what's going to go up or what's going to go down, don't risk it. You could always just get back in after the news is alerted and see what the reaction is, right? So let's be careful. Let's not force it, especially with something like, if I'm not mistaken, you guys would fall under that, right? I'd have to look a little bit more into it. No, it's natural gas prices, so no, this wouldn't. Let's see. Let's see. Just into a defense ETF such as. Okay, so it looks like you guys actually want me to start breaking down some stocks for you guys. Yeah. All right, let's break down some stocks before I have to blow my nose again. SKX. I'm going to have to blow my nose in like 3 minutes. Hold up. Showing signs of a potential reversal. Obviously, there's with this specific pattern, there's a lot of potential for there to be a continuous downward pattern. This is sketches itself, so it's now showing more signs of an uptrend pattern. I'd watch out for that resistance at $30. That has been a previous support level, right? So we could draw a previous support right around $30. We could see also when it had this huge drop, that's really where it initially caught. And then it did this little cup and handle pattern. So this might be where there might be a breakout. So I would set your alerts there and be very careful when it gets at around that price point. So thank you again for calling it out. RRD. So RRD showing signs of a descending pattern, decaying SMA, right? Potential reversal. Looks like it might have found its support. Still actively trending down. Again, I would like to wait for the confirmation. You would be invested in something that's actively trending down if you were to take a position on this. As long as you understand that risk, the MACD indicator is showing to be good. So is the RSI. So as long as you see that there is a break above the EMA, or you wait for the confirmation and you see it actively trending up, just like it's done multiple times before, and you understand that the SMA might act as a resistance, just there's a lot of factors that go into it with the overall general understanding that it's decaying. So something to take into consideration. Ricky, always be listening to Spanish music. So ITA, let's check that out. Okay, yeah, I don't really like this pattern. I get why this might go up with certain news that might be driven by today's news, but I don't find the pattern to be consistent enough. I couldn't see myself investing in it. Do you guys see this? The MACD indicator, the RSI is now pointing back up, and we are above the EMA. Let's see if it holds. Let's see. Okay. There it goes, getting rejected again. Do you guys know when the what's it called? When the news is gonna come out? Is it gonna be in 16 minutes? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to blow my nose again. All right, let's check this out. 2 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, we have time. We have time. Okay. Let's see. Again, I don't want to force anything. I'm trying to allow the patterns to do the talking. I want Drip to tell me to, hey, invest in me. I want either Gush to tell me, hey, invest in me. So I don't want to be decisive. I hope you guys know what I mean by that for the overall pattern, the EMA, all that stuff to start going hand in hand with one another. We could see here that they're starting to show signs of a cup formation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set a buy, right? I'm going to set a buy with for 1,000 shares. I'll average up. Again, I'm going to take a 1/3 of my normal position. So just to get some skin in the game. Again, this is something I'm doing. Please don't do it, especially if you don't see value in it. So what I'm going to do is just to get some skin in the game, I'm going to go ahead and put a 1,000 share limit order. There we go. Send. So I'll close this out. And again, it has that slight resistance right around $8.30. The reason that I'm kind of liking this reversal pattern is because it's starting to flatline this EMA line, starting to break above the middle VWAP, and it's showing signs of this like uptrend pattern in my opinion right here, right? MACD indicator is also showing signs of a buy. There's a series of different things that are going hand in hand with one another that is showing to be attractive to me. So yeah, still no full confirmation of me getting filled. So we'll see. Again, we don't want to force it, right? Let's see. Too much math. Yep, /CL looking like a steady downtrend. Yeah, true. So, can you explain this and elaborate a little bit more? What is exactly that you want to learn? Was it the average down or the average up approach, or what is it? So I don't know if it's me or what someone else says. So the averaging up approach, okay. So let's see. The thing is that /CL is at a support level. And I could see why it might bounce at around this specific price point. Yeah, I'm going to exit that. So I'm going to cancel that buy. I'm just going to be patient and I'm going to try to wait for the break above 830. I don't like that that's been such a solid resistance, and I don't want to end up, this is what I think that can happen as well. It's curling back up. It was showing signs of a potential reversal. It consolidates at 830 and then it ends up getting rejected and continues to descend. And there is no break of 831 like it did have last time. So I'm going to try to be patient. But guys, should I cut the live stream out here, or should we continue going live? Because I know we've gone live for about 40 minutes. Let me know. Big picture /CL isn't even close to a downtrend. Well, we can't say that because if we look at the 180-day analysis and you look at /CL, it is showing signs of a potential reversal, right? So looking at the previous times on how it shows the slight signs of a reversal, yes, it is actively trending up still above the EMA. It's catching pretty well on that, but we can't say that. I mean, it's not showing higher highs based on its past couple of days, right? We can see the MACD indicator starting to signal somewhat of a sell signal, right? But and why there might be a curling pattern, especially with this EMA line. I do get that it's not actively trending down. It's just showing signs of a potential reversal. So it might be smart to wait and then wait for a little bit of a slighter pullback. So I do agree with that. Let's see. Right around the middle VWAP for JDST. Where's /GC? Showing signs of this curling pattern. Do you see this? So that might be in favor of something like JNUG. Yep, there we go. Trying to recover and break above. Let's do this. Oh, it's already around 850, 1450. And it makes sense on why it might begin to recover. Do you guys see this? It's at the EMA line. It's at the SMA line, so this is showing signs of why it might begin to bounce here. It's still showing signs of a descending EMA though. And it usually doesn't do a very good job of, yeah, we would still end up getting rejected. That's a 2% margin. So you think we should take a step back and give it a little bit more time? So go all day. No, I can't go all day. I wanted to take another 30-minute nap. Please look at here, of course. Yes, okay, so I do agree with that. You and the MACD, I do see the peak. But the bigger picture, but the bigger picture, okay, definitely. So maybe on the 1-year chart for something like /CL, definitely showing signs of a pretty consistent and solid uptrend. It just looks, again, like if I'm looking at /CL, does it have margin to sell off? I think so, right? It has margin for a pullback, and that's pretty much what I think that we're trying to say, that it does have a little bit margin to give off, which would be in favor of drip. So I think it can get a little bit closer to this SMA line, or where it usually consolidates at. And yeah, so let's go ahead and break down here. Here showing, I would not invest in something like this. The reason why is I understand that it's been showing signs of a pretty consistent uptrend pattern, and I understand that that might be pretty attractive. First of all, I would wait out for the earnings being very close, right? Actually being tomorrow. You have to see that all of a sudden there's no volume, and then all of a sudden it started getting some huge rush of volume after a reverse stock split, and there's obvious manipulation that's going on, right? In my opinion, I don't know any news, any fundamentals about this company, just going based off the technicals. I don't like that all of a sudden, once the news and once the reverse stock split started to happen, right, it was showing signs of a continuous downward pattern, and then all of a sudden something reversed. Yes, it's been a nice past couple of 2 months, but now we're approaching its earnings, and this is where we might see, if the earnings are not as expected or the guidance is off, then we might see a pretty exponential, pretty solid pullback, which would then be in favor of what's it called? Of why this might not be a good buy, and why this would not continue this continuous uptrend pattern. This is not a good deal. Very easy to understand that it's not a good deal. So I would stay away myself. Can you talk about you guys? Yeah, so I already talked about you guys. I'm waiting for the break above $56, and it actually ended up getting rejected at the middle VWAP. So that's why I have my alert set here. So that I talked about it in the beginning of the chat. So I do see potential for this thing to recover, but it's not showing any signs of an uptrend pattern as of now. So that means that DGAS must have caught at the middle VWAP, and is showing signs of potential reversal with the previous highs at around 2820. There we go. There goes drip. Okay, Google. Next song. There we go. The MACD indicator bar. Really going for it. Let's see. How about we do this? We do about 6 more minutes. There we go. 8:31. Boom. Let's see if we get filled. Is it meant to be? There we go. Okay. We go pull back to 29, of course, right after I buy at 31. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me blow my nose one more time. Uh, okay, so you guys want me to continue to commentate? Wow, I didn't know that. So Danny is saying, did your family feel the earthquake this morning? So my family is actually not right now in Orange County. I don't know if you guys remember, but my parents' like dream trip was like to travel Europe for a month. So I actually sent them and paid for a trip for them to be able to travel for a month. So they actually left on the 3rd of what's it called of this month, and yeah, they're going to be gone for about like 24 days or something like that. So my mom was really excited, and she's very sweet. She's a little bit of an older lady, and yeah, she was super happy. So but yeah, I don't know. I'll follow up with like my sister and see if she felt anything. Ricky, bad allergies. Stay away from dairy. I love chocolate milk though. My goodness, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. What did Matt say? If you haven't seen Ricky's new vlog, y'all should watch it. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, so on TechBuds Lifestyle. If you guys haven't checked that out, for TechBuds Lifestyle, we uploaded a new video. And yeah, I thought that it's the vlogs that we upload every single Monday on that new channel. But yeah, Ricky, you're the best. That was awesome for you to do. Very inspiring. Thank you. Really appreciate that. So I don't like to travel much, right? And yeah, they definitely were super excited to hear about that, and we got a good deal. So, what got you interested in trading stocks? Well, I searched up when I was 14 after watching the Fast and the Furious movies and wanting a GTR. Uh, I searched up like how to make money quick and stuff like that, and then or how to make $1 million quick, something like that. And stocks came up and stuff like that. Obviously, that wasn't what ended up happening right away, but you know, eventually, it just with just the mindset of once you fully involve yourself in a market that has to do with some form of like financial. Let me actually give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, but I think if you just you know, surround yourself with people that are always involved, like with something that has to do with money, that's always a good group of people to, you know, be surrounded with. So or be surrounded by. So luckily, I really love and work very well with numbers, and it's been working out pretty well for me. So it says, Ricky, you are up $600. Walk away. Drip dropping. What's your plan? It's still catching up on the middle view up, so I'm not too worried on that. There's no break of pattern. So again, it's pulling back. And this is the difference, right? This is when you understand the pattern, and when you might still need to become a little bit more comfortable. I could again be completely wrong, and this thing can shoot down to like $7. But again, I'm day trading it. The day trade pattern that I saw valuing of it trading between the middle view up and top view up is still relevant. So that's why I still see value in it. So yeah, yep. Goals. Thank you, Jennifer. How about bag holder lifestyle? Unless you crack me up. I promise I'm coming for that new lifestyle video. I like it. I like it. Hey, I saw Don. I saw your comment. Those syringes were there's the little donut holes or those little like cinnamon donut holes, and you put what's it called, chocolate or raspberry into it. So people were messaging me thinking that it was like an alcoholic shot or something like that. No, like I don't like alcohol. So what's it called? It was chocolate. I like chocolate. Christian's like, don't say $7. Seal drop. Truly, yeah, definitely truly blessed. So Kenya's saying, I wish I had those friends when I was your age. And that's the thing. I mean, I definitely did not. Like when I was like 14 and I started like my first little business of making fingerboards and selling them, my friends had the idea of like, coming up and I was exposed to that market of fingerboards and stuff like that. But it was me, the one that actually took action. So it was once you find like the people that you like to be around and the people that motivate you and make you a better person, then all I did was like I made it like work for them. So what I mean by that is like instead of living at the ASU Polytechnic campus and paying a certain dollar amount, I was like, I'll match that, but now you get to live with me at a much nicer house, and let's just like kill it every single day. And again, just making it both appropriate and attractive for both yourself and the other individuals, so you guys are in an environment that's like very motivating, right? So you guys are always pushing one another to do better and stuff like that. So I could tell you it wasn't alcohol. Well, you could tell there wasn't alcohol by me, you know, taking it like they're and not cringing. Drip needs to get to 820 for so it would need to break below 820 for there to be a break of pattern. Yeah, that's what I would say, around 820. I probably would not wait till 820. There it goes. Drip pushing back up again. That's good. Again, I only have 1,500 shares right now, so not too much. So I'm up 669 on the day. See it. Was it Ferris? No, it wasn't Ferris. So I went with my just like the people that I live with, and then our filmer Aaron. What's the alcoholic? What's the who's the alcoholic of the house? So you guys know, right, that I have my house and then the house right next door that I own as well, and then Justin lives in the house next door and stuff like that. So if we're talking about both houses and who drinks the most, it'd have to be either Justin or Joel. They like to, they just crack a beer open and drink it, like sometimes after work and stuff like that. And I don't know, I don't drink alcohol recreationally. Like I can drink with the guys sometimes from time to time, but yeah, not just like that. So Ricky Gutierrez likes to get chocolate wasted. 100%. Figured that, Dingleberry. I freaking love you guys. You guys crack me up. You guys have to understand, one of my highlights of the day is, first of all, just like all of you guys, sometimes getting up in the morning can be very difficult, especially when you don't get much sleep. But after having these conversations with you guys, like being able to make money, right? Have an actual conversation with people that I like to communicate with. It's just cool, right? We roast one another while we're live and while we're trading. It's kind of just like the environment that we have here at the house. Like we're here to motivate one another and stuff like that. But man, do we bring each other down when it comes down to calling each other dingleberries and stuff like that. So Ricky gets high off of cane sauce. That is not true. I can't. I did have canes yesterday though. I can't deny that. Ricky, you're a gem, bro. Appreciate that. XXII finally showing some life. 10 richest people in the world. None of them drink. Yep. I think it's pretty fair to say that. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong. I don't want to bring anyone down that likes alcohol. It's just your way of life, right? But or not your way of life. It's just something that you like to do. Nothing wrong with that. I actually don't like the pattern that it's showing right now. I don't like that it's pulling back and that it, yeah. So let me wait out on that. But as long as you know how to manage and control it, I think that's good. Okay. Sleep, you should be more like Lupo. That's hilarious. Or you buy a Ferrari. Alright, let's see. Okay, well, let's check that out, Jeremy. SKX. Wow, I like this. Doing very good, holding in between the middle view up and top view up. I think we might have missed our chance though. Do you see this, Jeremy? Showing signs of a peak intraday. So it did pretty nice when it broke above, the CMA. This would have been like when would I have purchased it? So again, it was showing this like bear flag pattern, resistance, support, and then it broke above the EMA. This is where I would have seen potential for a buy. and then it ended up from, like, let's say this price point right here to around like 29.50, right? Or just the margin isn't even that much. It's not even 1%. So don't feel like you missed out on a lot. It's really not much. And looking at previous highs and stuff like that, like it's all new highs, right? So don't force it. Keep it consistent. If it continues this upward staircase pattern, then great. Let's see. Forward slash CL showing signs of a potential reversal. That's not a good sign for me in my current active position. Right now it's still making lower highs, right? But this one, it's showing pretty green right here. So let's see what happens. Is it going to get rejected, or is it going to start to push up? There we go, drip at 824. This thing's definitely pushing up pretty actively or aggressively. And again, that's why with my initial position, I didn't take a huge position on it. So let's see this. So drip right now with the active trader. So I am down right now 105 from my second position. So not bad. Again, there's still no break of pattern, but we can see that the SMA line is catching up with it a little bit more. But the good thing, I canceled that limit order at 828. It was easy to see that it was starting to show signs of a peak formation. So let's see, forward slash CL. There it goes. Do you see that rejection? Did you see that red candle right now? Let's see if we could break below this. If this thing starts to break below, then we'll see drip begin to recover. I want to get that confirmation. And then again, I can try to get in at 826, 827, 828, 829, but at least with the understanding that this is getting rejected, and there it goes, not getting rejected. Gosh, UGAS. Wow, UGAS dropped. DGAS pushed up, right? UGAS dropped quite a bit. It's at support. What's this range? 2%. About 2% to that middle VWAP resistance. I like that. Not bad. Overall support at around 54.50. There it goes. Maybe wait for the break above this, and then the resistance right around, that's 1.5%, almost 2%. That's not bad. Oh, there it goes, making new highs. The indicator bar is going a little bit. Let's see. Whoa. That's not in favor of drip. There you go. Yeah, so UAN showing a lot of consolidation at around 320. So this would mean that, again, a lot of resistance. I would see as potential pullback to happen pretty soon for that. Let's see what you guys have to say. Ricky, what are you majoring in? My major is technological entrepreneurship and management. It's under the Fulton School of Engineering at the ASU Polytechnic campus. There goes drip falling. Ricky's shirt gets tighter. Good morning from Houston. What's up? What's up? There we go. Nice little red candle. That's what I like to see. Just curious, why buy Gush or Drip when you can buy the futures? Yep. I just like trading the ETFs. I feel like I understand them pretty well. My success rate is pretty high with them. So except for Drip. I mean, today I did well, but not always. I bought yesterday at 29. What is it that you bought yesterday at 29? Germany, are you talking about Diaz? I like that. LABD. There we go. / CL. Man, I was slacking. Yikes. Let's see. Why did I get into drip /CL getting rejected, and then again broke above the EMA, and based on the last time, again, an effort for this thing to end up touching back at the bottom, what's it called, bottom VWAP, and closer to the bottom VWAP itself, which is in favor, in my opinion, for something like drip, then to begin to recover. So right now, where are we at? Okay. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. Wow. DS doing well. It's good. Really happy to see that. Dang it, I didn't see this. So Gush showing signs of an uptrend pattern, just broke above the middle VWAP, showing more signs of an uptrend on why this can continue to uptrend. Yeah, there it goes. And drip just confirmed that downward pattern. What's his range? 814. I should have looked at Gush. I should have seen how it was trading intraday. Let's see. Percentage wise, I'm down from 828 to, even at this price point, less than 1%. So that's not an issue. Even at the, that's 1.5% to the SMA line. So that's still within reach. Let's see. Simple little mistake that I made. But also we are seeing this potential resistance of this SMA line. So even if this does end up pushing up, I don't think that it would have a lot of margin to give off. And there goes DS potentially getting rejected. Let's set our alerts here for the break below. And if it goes above, right? You got to set both sides. We can't just be biased on what we hope that happens, but making sure that we have. There we go. There we go. There we go. Drip, drop. Guys, there's this song by Russ called Flip, and I don't love drip, but drip is so relevant in my life just because of how much we talk about it, that literally I was like, I would say, okay, Google, play a song by Russ, Drip. There we go. Gush just broke below the middle VWAP. That's why I set that alert. And there's the pop. Boom. Boom. There we go. That's the money dance today. Boom. Boom. Just sold drip at 840 for a huge loss. Young money. Oh my god. Hit the fan. That's good. There we go. Nice little push up. 827. Here we go. Drip. Okay, Google. Play Save That Money. XXII reversing. Let's check it out. No. Do you see how last time? A very important indicator to check out. Last time, got rejected by the SMA. Got rejected by the SMA. Gets very close, then gets rejected. Potential rejection by the SMA. I would watch out on why it might get rejected. I would wait for the full-on break above 250. If you're up right now, great. I would wait till it validates it pushes up and validates the SMA line as a support. So again, it's going to push up, it will pull back and then bounce. It's up to you. You do what it is that you want, but yeah, that's what I would do. Is it legal to ride the bull on Wall Street? I don't know. We're about to find out when I go next week. Oh, guys. Thoughts of Drip being a swing trade, potential to 860. Well, I actually see Drip to have the potential to end up covering to $9. Do I see potential for this thing to actually happen? It just really needs to start to be able to make like newer highs. So I would look at a more relevant pattern, maybe like a 5-day, 15-minute chart or a 20-day, 1-hour chart. And it's just this resistance that is really killing me. We really need to see a break above the 850 price point for this to be validated as a support instead of a resistance, and then for it to continue this reversal pattern. So that's kind of what I would kind of want to see before a full-on swing trade. Guys, let me know how many of you guys right now, how many of you guys right now are in the East Coast? What I was thinking of doing was a potential like random meet and greet. So I'm gonna fly to New York, not this weekend, but next weekend, right? And I wanted to do like a 7 to 10 day trip where I go all in the East Coast. So I can go from like, New York to another state that is a little bit further south, right? And then another state that's a little bit further south, maybe something like, I don't know, Georgia, something like that, and then end up in Miami, and then end up coming a little bit closer, and then end up coming back to to Arizona. So I don't know, it would be like visiting 4 or 5 different locations, maybe 3 locations. That would be a little bit more realistic. So we got Jersey, baby. I live in Puerto Rico. What's up? What's up? I'm in Louisiana. That'd be so sick. I don't know if that would be something that you guys, if I just post, okay, my different destinations, the exact locations, and the times that I'm going to be there. I think that would be super sweet. We have 2 weeks to do it, and I like it. So for those that are in like Denver, Colorado, and all these like kind of like West Coast states, I was planning on doing one on this side as well. But I'm like, I'm already going to go to New York, and I was like, it's literally like only a couple $100 more, right? It's like maybe $400 more just to travel some of the other states on the East Coast, just to take one-way flights and then go to Miami and then take a one-way flight back to Arizona. So the Woodlands, come to San Francisco, best city ever. I was actually there for about 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. So Houston, Texas. Yeah, I was there in Houston. Is my boy Mark Hall here? I don't know if he's here today, but yeah, I met up with him. Actually, before the whole Learn, Plan, Profit thing, it was actually when that hurricane happened and there's all those floods. And then we went to go as Tech Buds donated what we were able to gather as donations and stuff like that. So Vegas, baby, come see the Appalachian Mountains. I like that. I like Washington, D.C. Yeah, I mean, if we end up going to like something like New York and then goes to like Virginia, right? So that's Washington, D.C. around there, right? And then maybe like Pennsylvania, Georgia, and then I'm just thinking about the flights and how I would get around and all the hotels and stuff like that. But I'm glad that you guys are open to the idea. So that's super sweet. We could all do the money dance together. We'll make a nice little edit video. That'd be sweet. So Tampa, I think I'd be visiting Miami since I've visited Tampa, Florida before, and I would like to visit Miami since I don't think I've actually ever been there. Come to Seattle. That would actually be super sweet. KC, what is that, Kentucky? So Arturo, great call. CRSP. There we go. You called it, Arturo. This is all you. There we go. Solid uptrend pattern. Broke above the middle view, broke above the EMA. Perfect call out. Kansas City. Oh, that makes more sense. Don't you guys have a pretty popular football team? That sounds familiar. My roommates, it sounds like something my roommates talk about. I think I'm the only trader here. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Honestly, when I saw KC, that's all I thought about. Of like the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I would love it there with all that fried chicken. Yum. Okay. Tour would be super sweet here in PA. You should film it for a lifestyle video. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Who's in Miami? I like it. I like it. Come visit Clearwater. I actually had a friend from Clearwater. Ricky, get a TechBuds motorhome and make a 1 month loop. If I end up visiting all these different locations, it's going to be very difficult for me to end up going live because I need a pretty strong connection to go live. And that's all I was thinking about. It's like, okay, if I go traveling, I still have to hold my responsibility of going live every single morning for the Learn Plan Profit group. And for the Flipping Wheels group, I have to follow up with messages and go live once a week. So I have to make sure that wherever it is that I end up going, that they have a strong internet connection. So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on Drip as well. So great call out on this, Arturo, for CRSP. Again, 180-day chart had a pretty decent sell-off, obviously because of its earnings, and it's very easy to understand if there's a breakout pattern or anything like that. So right now the range from here to the top VWAP is at around 4%, just like you said, about 3.83% if it ends up getting rejected by the SMA line. So great call out, and thank you again for taking time out of your day to call it out. So I like it. I like it. We are the loudest football fans. They're That's super cool. That's good. Good team spirit, right? All right, guys. You guys have some pretty good ideas. Maybe I might do a poll on the Facebook group on where I should visit. I think that's a good idea. Or maybe on my Instagram account. Link is down below for the Instagram account. And we actually had quite a bit of you guys. I saw a lot of people that are part of the Learn Plan Profit lesson library ended up joining the Flipping Wheels lesson library, and that you guys are super pumped to learn how to find good deals on the buying and reselling cars. So thank you guys again for that, for checking that out. The mentors are, I've never seen a group of guys being so excited to just start. These guys just literally love the game of buying and reselling. I'm going to have Weston tell his story where he allows people to use his money, like his friends or family that he knows that want to get into the buying and reselling of cars. And because he's so well versed in that market, he's like, yeah, use my money, I'll help you. He just loves the game. And same thing with Caleb. Like Caleb goes with his family members and friends all the time. There goes CRSP. Yeah, again, it's just validating this EMA line. I really like that. So yeah, I'm super pumped on that. So all right, guys, I don't want to take too much of your guys' day. I have a couple messages that I have to catch up on, and I'm going to go live on YouTube. And then after that, I think I'm going to get some breakfast and then maybe take a quick 30-minute nap, recharge. I have a meeting today with my CPA and then with a team in Tempe. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date with my overall position and what it is that I decide to do. Take a look at DAL. Yeah, DAL was one that we talked about, right? That was at the support line. Yeah, still not confirming a full uptrend pattern. Do you see why I'm saying that? The direction of the EMA line. The direction is still not pointing directly up. It's showing signs of a potential reversal, but it has done this before, right? So again, we don't want to get in too early. That's why I have my alert set here at around 52.80 when it's showing more signs of, again, not lower highs, but higher highs. So great call out. I just want to follow up at a later time. So yeah. There it goes. Where's that? Showing signs of a potential reversal. We'll have to see what we end up doing with drip, drop, drip. RETO for a swing trade. This does offer somewhat of a descending pattern. I do see why you do see potential for potential swing trade. Volume looks a little weird. Yeah, volume is very low. It definitely looks like a potential good deal, and it's actively trending up. Watch out for the potential resistance as it's moving up. So look at the different indicators within different time frames just to get a better understanding of where it's trading. So looking at the past couple of days, I mean, it's kind of at a peak, right? It's been at a peak, but it's been making higher highs. So maybe waiting for a little bit more of a pullback closer to around 570 to around 560 for a more consistent or better buy-in area, right? If you can.
Just some little tips as it's actively trending up. Great, it's green right now. I'd wait for a little bit more of a pullback and closer to the EMA line, if that makes sense. So it should make sense since Jansen, you are a complete beast and you know what to do. So RTRX for a swing trade. Again, RTRX is still not actively trending up. Already in. Just wanted your input. Thanks. Oh, Jansen, happy to hear that. All right, keep me up to date. All right, guys, so that is it for today. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. So far for what I'm up right now, it's a little bit under just due to my current position. I was up a little bit over 600, now up a little bit over $584. That's great and all, but again, so I'll follow up with it with what it is that I plan on doing. Just a quick little breakdown or rundown. If TRIP ends up reversing back up, I plan to sell it around 840 to 850. I don't know if it's actually going to be able to make higher highs just due to the loss of volume and just to see how how oversold /CL is already in the bottom view up and how that's acting as a support. So I think that we could potentially hit highs of like 840, 839 around that price point, and I'd be more than happy with those profits. I'll cover it. I'll be up about maybe $800 on that point. And then if it bounces here at around the SMA line, I might see value in that as well. But if it continuously breaks below that and continues to descend, then I'll simply cut losses there, and I'll probably end the day at like $400 profit. So again, that's pretty much my plan. I'll follow up with everything. You guys can see all my alerts set here. I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. Again, you guys are all amazing people. You guys are all doing something that 95% of the market can't do, and that's staying green and staying consistent. So let's just make sure that we stay true to that. Again, one of the best positions that you can take is not taking one at all. Please do not trade based on emotions. Don't sell yourself a position. Make sure that you understand the pattern and that the pattern actually makes sense. The more that you say no, the better, right? Let's focus on that quality and let's kill it. So thank you guys again so much. Happy Tuesday. Did I say like happy Friday? What the heck? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.